Hello and welcome to my review of the Apple Vision Pro. Getting right into it, this is a pretty cool product. It feels phenomenal, very high quality with the knitted cable, the aluminum enclosure, the glass and aluminum headpiece, the knitted fabrics. To be honest, this thing feels very premium. It's extremely expensive, over $3,500, but it feels like it's an expensive piece of equipment. And it does feel like a piece of equipment or a tool, kind of like a MacBook Pro or a new iPhone 15 Pro. It doesn't feel like a toy like a lot of the other headsets do out there. And from a durability perspective, my guess is it's pretty tough. We actually will be doing a review of the durability of this product on my other YouTube channel, The Crocodile. So if you want to go see some videos about the durability of the Vision Pro, go check that out on The Crocodile YouTube channel or on our social medias. But today we're going to talk about the practicality of this product. And this is going to be a practical review of the Apple Vision Pro, focused on, is it worth buying for the average person who works in a tech environment and uses a computer all day? So let's get right into it. I'm going to show you my view from the inside, switching over from the camera here so that you can see what I see. And I'll just give you a quick rundown of what I think are some highlights of the Apple Vision Pro here. Okay, now that we're inside of the headset, you can see that there are very good pass-through cameras built into this. I can look around the room very easily. There's not much distortion. I don't feel nauseous or like I'm getting vertigo from wearing the headset like I have with other models. In addition to that, I can tell what's going on around me and I feel very aware. I don't feel closed off from the real world, which is nice. But the headset is a little heavy. It's comfortable to wear, very nice materials, but it's definitely heavy and I feel like it could give me a headache if I wear it for hours on end, especially for work purposes. Maybe my neck would get stronger, but you know, who knows. So one really cool thing is that no matter where you're looking in the room, you can basically bring up your app stack and it'll basically show up right in front of you wherever you're at. So you could be walking, you could be sitting still, and it'll always appear in front of you when you click the dial button up top. Now, some of the apps that I've used for work are Zoom, I've used Safari, the files and notes, as well as my email and connected applications like the Keynote. I'm on my computer all day long. I own the full suite of Mac products, from the iPad Pro to the MacBook Pro and now the Vision Pro. And I've been able to test this as a device that works with my other devices and as a standalone item as well. So this is actually the Crocodile YouTube channel I was telling you about earlier, but I'm going to show you the keyboard here and how it works. So if I am clicking into a search bar and I want to use the keyboard, I basically have this pulled up, and anywhere that I look will be highlighted. So any letter that I look at will be highlighted. I can then select it by pinching, or I can also just actually basically touch, quote unquote, the virtual keyboard and type like this. But in my opinion, this is very inefficient and much slower than a physical keyboard for anyone who obviously uses their computer a lot. Now you can connect a physical keyboard to this, and you can also mirror your MacBook Pro inside of this headset. So that is a pretty cool functionality that allows you to leverage the much larger display of the virtual headset and still use a regular keyboard and mouse, so you have faster productivity. So this is, you know, pretty cool experience browsing the internet on here. You can move the browser around, you can make it bigger and smaller, you can put it anywhere in the room, and you can also walk around with it. So if I was to get up and walk around to my kitchen, I could go put this anywhere in the house, and anywhere that I leave it, it will just stay. So while I'm here, I'm just going to leave it sitting here in the background. And as I'm here, I basically am going to also show you how this connects with the Mac. This is my view when I've connected to my actual MacBook Pro. And as you can see, it's currently sitting on top of my MacBook Pro, but I can move it around wherever I want. So if I have an external keyboard and mouse like I do here, I could easily put this right here in front of the rest of my devices and then use my mouse and keyboard just like I would on a computer regularly. The benefits of this are obviously that I can scale the screen to almost any size or any position I want, so I can sit very comfortably, especially with the external mouse and keyboard. And in addition to that, the resolution on this headset is very high. So I feel as though the quality of, you know, the browser and the text on the screen is even better than when I look at my actual MacBook Pro's built-in Retina display. So that's pretty cool. So I feel like from an eye fatigue perspective, you could look at this for quite a while, just like you could your computer screen. Although I don't know the long-term effects of wearing the headset every day. But it is pretty cool that you can mirror your computer, and it's really cool that you can set the display anywhere you want. Now, one downside to this that I have noticed is you can't actually connect to external displays. You can still see them, but the only display that mirrors is the actual home MacBook Pro screen. And when it's mirrored, it goes black on the computer and then shows up virtually for you. So that doesn't change any of the functionality of the MacBook Pro. It just allows the screen size to be changed. And obviously, if you want, you can enter the immersive environment, which takes away all distractions except for the computer screen. And you can still see your hands. They look a little weird because it's trying to let them pass through while hiding the rest of the environment, but it's still pretty cool. Although I feel like this is hard for me to type when I'm fully immersed in the virtual mode. And I don't like using that virtual keyboard, like I said, it's just so much less efficient. So that is the experience of connecting to your MacBook Pro. Now remember that earlier we put the browser window over behind us, and there it is sitting back there still. All right, now that you've seen the ability to mirror your MacBook Pro up onto the Vision Pro, as well as the ability to use the browser and the keyboard, another cool feature that I want to show you is the ability to browse your existing photos and files and messages. So once again, from a productivity perspective, the keyboard and all that built into the virtual experience isn't necessarily the quickest, but it does work just fine. So if you want to respond to text messages or emails in here, you can. And you definitely could get some work done on a plane or somewhere else that maybe would be like a difficult environment to bring a laptop out. And also do it in a manner that is pretty relaxing, to be honest. So something else I really like is the ability to use Zoom. The Zoom meeting functionality is something that I lean on heavily as a person who works from home. I'm on Zoom calls multiple times a day. And when I got this headset, it basically had me set up a 3D avatar so that when I'm using video conferencing services such as Zoom, I can attend without looking like I'm wearing the headset. Although I will say that the appearance of my face on the videos itself is a little bit freaky sometimes. I was told by people I was on a Zoom call with that I looked like a corpse. But that could be the fact that I just didn't scan my face perfectly well the first time I did it. Okay, so this is basically a little glimpse of what a Zoom meeting would look like if you're wearing the Vision Pro. I can obviously move the meeting around, throw it anywhere in the room, make it any size that I like, and I actually show up on the video, as you can see here, as if I'm not wearing the headset. And this is a fairly accurate representation of my face. I would say that it looks a little bit creepy, but it's not bad. And I think that people will get more and more used to it over time. Overall, my final thoughts on the Vision Pro are essentially that it's a great tool, but it's more of a supplemental tool than a standalone tool. You definitely need to have a MacBook Pro or other laptop if you're going to be working on it all the time in order to use this effectively, but it doesn't offer the full abilities of a computer. Again, I think this is a great productivity tool, but primarily for people who are either traveling a lot and want to use this when they're on the go, to allow them to work in a very focused environment, or for people who really enjoy technology and like that large screen size that the VR headset has to offer. I myself would probably just prefer to work on a normal computer on a day-to-day basis, but I really think this is a cool item and it's fun to see where this technology is going. My guess is that within the next couple of years, there will be much better versions of this that are lighter weight, easier to wear all day, and that allow you to do more productivity standalone without the addition of a computer. But we'll see where Apple takes the technology and other companies as they create competing versions, and I'll keep reviewing, so stay tuned.